Sports Center.
Final show for me, this beautiful face you guys have been used to seeing, but I've got a couple of newcomers and lastcomers. It's the senior show. My name's Cam Wickline. Alongside me, Zach Jones, Nate Fennell. Seniors, wrapping up things here.
I can't be more excited, and I wouldn't want to spend my last show with anyone else other than you two boys.
It's a special moment, boys, from Gallatin to here. It's great to be here.
Great to be here. Couple of roommates here on the desk, but what do we got planned tonight for Colonial Sports Center?
Oh, we got a lot in store. We got lax, we got softball, we got some awards coming up.
Speaking of lacrosse, we're going to get right into the highlights of the men's lacrosse team taking on LIU. They have been hotter than the surface of the sun recently, guys. We're going to come in with a Graham McClellan goal for LIU. That was his second of the game, but a really good game. It was tight throughout. 5-5 after the first quarter. 8-7 RMU led at half. This one was tight, and that was to be expected as RMU's leading the NEC. LIU came in second in the standings.
Yeah. Colonials trying to prove themselves against a tough opponent. Long Island, of course, 9-2. Robert Morris on a huge win streak. This is their biggest competition of the year, especially in conference, and they're up to the challenge here.
Yeah, and as you could tell, the game lived up to expectations. It was tight throughout. LIU actually ended up taking a 7-5 lead at one point, but in the back half of the second, RMU really took control. They really put the game away, and we felt like there was a momentum shift here with this last-second goal to end the first half, guys.
Yeah, it was a big one for RMU to go up into the locker room, and as you guys mentioned, this is a matchup of two of the tougher NEC teams, so it was kind of a heavyweight bout to decide who is the juggernaut of the NEC this year.
Yeah, and RMU did eventually show that they were on top. As you're going to see, the rest of these highlights are all RMU. They really just put their foot down, shut the door defensively, and turned up their offensive firepower like they've been showing all year. The offense has really been the key to them being able to win now 10 in a row. As Long Island came into this one, no slouch whatsoever. 9-2, came out 9-3. RMU wins 10 in a row. Nate.
Yeah, this Colonial team under Craig McDonald has pretty much been a juggernaut year after year, and they are proving it once again this year, as with this win they've extended their winning streak to yet another game, which is essentially a program record at this point. As you see right here, it is a program record. They started this winning streak at just a 3-3 record, and through winning 10 in a row now, they have gotten their record all the way up to 13-3, guys.
Yeah, and as you can see here, a couple of tight games, couple of overtime games that RMU was able to pull out, but in the back half of this winning streak, they've gotten even better. As you can see, the winning margin just seemed to keep creeping up. They beat Cleveland State by 5, Lemoyne by 15, VMI by 14, Mercyhurst by 13, just started beating the heck out of their opponents, and then when LIU, their most formidable opponent of the year, showed up, they beat them by closing it out, winning by 4.
Yeah, as Nate said, they started off the season 3-3, just 500. Not really sure whether or not they were going to be good as years passed, but then they went 10 straight, heading into the playoffs with insane momentum. I would not want to face them if I were any of the other NEC lacrosse teams.
Speaking of the playoffs, Zach, how's it looking?
Oh, after winning 10 straight, it's still not sure who they're going to play. It could be Wagner, could be VMI, as we see here. They are going to be hosting at the Joe, though.
Yeah, we see that one matchup already set in stone, unlike the Colonials, so that LIU-Cleveland State game will be interesting to watch. But what may be even more interesting is to see who grabs that final spot between Wagner and VMI and who faces this really tough Colonial team.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because Robert Morris has home field advantage in this, given that they won the regular season NEC title. Not that it's mattered much with just how good this Colonials team has been. Now, that's enough of men's lacrosse. We're going to flip it over to the women's side of things. They went up to Ypsilanti, Michigan, try saying that 5 times fast, to take on the Eagles of Eastern Michigan University, where they fell by a whopping final score, 13-3. Blackwell, Wilson, Henry each had 2 goals for the Eagles. Kelsey Degg, shout out, that's our buddy Cam Macariola's girlfriend. She had a goal against the Colonials. Wish it didn't happen, but it did. The Colonials have been struggling so far this year. This brings their record down to 4-11, Zach.
Yeah, Colonials heading into half tied at 3-3, but they just weren't able to score a single goal in the second half, and yeah, led to their downfall, leading second half 10-0. That's just not a recipe to win games.
Yeah, and now they're going to have to figure out their fate in the playoffs. Nate, how's it looking?
Yeah, that road gets a little bit tougher now after that Eastern Michigan loss, but they're not completely out of it yet. So let's send it over to Joey Jamasic to see what it's looking like.
Thanks, guys. Joey Germasic here, and right now I feel like Joe Germasic, like Joe Lenardi, who does a lot of the March Madness bracketology in March for basketball. And right now we're going to be looking at some women's lacrosse bracketology, looking at the MAC standings as they currently sit. And for the Colonials, you guys sit in 6th place right now with the 2-4 conference record. So let's look at some of the scenarios that the Colonials would need to happen for them to reach into the top 4. UMass. They take on Kent State, and if UMass were to beat Kent State, they would move up to 7-0 in the conference, securing the number 1 seed, and Kent State would move down to 2-5. Akron. The Colonials need Akron to beat Central Michigan in Michigan this weekend, which would mean the Zips would go up to 6-1 in the conference, and Central Michigan would drop down to 3-4. Remember that number, Colonial fans. Eastern Michigan takes on Youngstown State, and if Youngstown State were to lose to Eastern Michigan, they would move up to 5-2 in the conference, securing the 3 seed, and Youngstown State would drop down to 2-5. Now, the Colonials, they take on Detroit Mercy, who have yet to win a game yet in the conference, and the Colonials need to take care of business on Saturday this weekend, which would mean they get to 3-4 in the conference, and Detroit Mercy would drop down to 0-7. So now you see 2 3-4 teams, the Colonials and Central Michigan. The tiebreaker for the MAC is head-to-head matchups, and if you remember earlier in the season, the Colonials beat Central Michigan in overtime, which would mean the Colonials would hop Central Michigan up into the 4 seed, meaning that they would reach the MAC tournament. Guys, that's all I have for you guys. Send it back to you guys.
Joey, thanks so much. Well, guys, I am all for rooting for Akron, with my brother being an alma mater of there. Not alma mater, alum. Geez, I'm really bluffing this. But yeah, with him being an alum, I am excited to root for the Zips.
Yeah, only 4 teams are going to make it. Bringing back to the Colonial side of things, they have to take care of business this weekend. If they aren't able to, they'll be out of the playoffs. And it seems like that's not something us Colonial fans are used to with how good this team has been in the past. Them not making the playoffs seems foreign, guys.
Both the men's and women's teams have been near constant in the playoffs for their both sports, both versions of their lacrosse. And yeah, it would just be insane to not see them in there. And they hosted last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been like a point all season. It seems like we've been waiting for them to turn it around, and they just kind of haven't. And it's really weird. We're finally at the point that we're going to need help to even get in the playoffs for these Colonials.
Yeah, we're going to see if the Colonials are able to do that. But a team that's almost locked into the playoffs at this point, the softball team, we're going to talk about them when we come back here on Colonial Sports Center.
The death of George Floyd, who died in police custody Monday night.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation. It's going to take more than just us, as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to help us make a change, because it just can't be us.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to the final Colonial Sports Center of the year. Boys, I am so excited to get into softball. It's one of my favorite RMU sports, and we're going to go back to a couple weekends ago, last weekend, where the Colonials faced off against the Jaguars, and we're going to head it to the second game of their doubleheader against them. In the first game, they won, but in the second game, well, we'll find out.
Things got a little bit tougher there. I mean,
things were tough. It went to...
But first, we can look at the Pitt softball game versus RMU, and I mean, Sparks just had a day in the circle for Pitt. I mean, she went a complete game, only allowing 2 earned runs and getting 8 strikeouts. This is a big revenge game for those Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, Pitt got the break speed off them by the Colonials earlier in the year off the back of some really good offense for Robert Morris. And Gwen Sparks, one of the Panthers' best pitchers on the year, decided she was going to toe that rubber for Pitt and shut down this vaunted Colonials offense. 7 innings of 2-run balls, not something easy to do, guys.
Yeah, very quiet game until the 5th inning there when freshman Gracie Helton homered to left center, top of the 5th, and that just opened the floodgates for Pitt. Scored 5 runs after that, or 4 runs after that for a total of 5, and Colonials just too little too late in that 7th inning, weren't able to catch up.
Yeah, Pitt definitely really wanted this one, but now we can go back and see how RMU fared. Yeah, now we can go back in time. Check out IU Indy versus RMU in that 7th inning. It was really tough for these Colonials getting throughout the game. But finally, Zach, let's take a look here.
You can see here, Jaguars 1 out away until Courtney Pulich solo home run, keeping the Colonials just a little bit alive. Or I'm sorry, that's someone else.
That's Thatcher with the 2
That is
homers.
Thatcher. That is Thatcher.
You were going a little too far.
I was a little excited because Courtney
jumped the gun.
Pulich is going to get hers right here, and it's going to wake up that groundhog in outfield. That thing was dodging home run balls left and right.
See, Zach, I think the fact that you called Courtney Pulich is just a sign of things to come, what happened in this inning. It was just insane, a lot of long balls.
Yeah, and here Mary Brandt doubles to get on base.
This is a Glea Rudd's home run.
This is when they went.
Mary Brandt's going to come up later.
They went back-to-back homers, Zach. It was impressive.
It's so unbelievable, I can't even call it right now. Here's Mary Brandt's double. She gets on base, and that's going to put her on base to go to extras, something that our crew member Nick Evans cursed us with, unfortunately. And here's Olivia Hare's RBI single, batting in Brandt for the tie, finally sending them to extras. After being down 6-1 at the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs.
Yeah, down to your
1 out
final
away.
life.
And here, after the Jaguars score a run in the 8th, Courtney Pulich ties it up with a solo home run, and then Sequoia Dunlap hits the game-winning RBI, hidden in a Glea Rudd. Colonials somehow win. Total game time, 2 hours and 50 minutes. This was a lot of softball.
It was a lot of softball, Zach. You talked about just how dominant Courtney Pulich was. She hit a home run in this game, helped send this game into extras, part of the huge comeback for the Colonials, and that really seems to have been the story with Pulich so far this year. She has been one of the best hitters, not only on the team, not only in the conference, but she has been one of the best hitters in the country, and the resume speaks for itself at this point. She has the Horizon League single-season home run record. She has the Robert Morris single-season and cumulative all-time home run record. She's got the Robert Morris RBI record. Or she's got 7 off of the RMU RBI record. She's got the record for runs scored in a season. And this girl, I don't think you could overstate how good of a player she has been for the Colonials. I don't think anyone thought she could top, or even for that matter, match her offensive output from last year. Instead, she has blown past it, hit 16 home runs last year, which everyone thought was inconceivable at the time. All she's done is followed up with 21 with still some games to go.
Yeah, Cam, I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to say this might be the best hitter in the Horizon League ever. I mean, she has, her resume suggests it, her stats suggest it. She is incredibly impressive, guys.
Yeah, and her series against IU Indy nowadays gave her D1 Mid-Major Player of the Week, and as you said, one of the best players in the country.
Yeah, and it's part of the power that she shows. The fact is, some of these home runs she's hitting, if you put her on a baseball field, they might even still be going out. She's leaving that RMU hill 3/4 of the way up. That home run she hit when she was at Pitt, she hit 2 that day. One landed on top of the soccer press box, which is a good 300 feet away. And then she hit a line drive right over right center field. Looked like the only thing that was going to stop it was the wall because it wasn't high enough. Instead, she hit an O'Neal Cruz-esque home run. Her power that she has put on display this year has been so impressive. And something tells me that because of that power she showed, we're going to see her next time we see you guys, because we've got the CSC Awards of the Year coming up after this here on Colonial Sports Center.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a very special treat for you now with Josh Woodman handing out some awards for these Colonials. So let's see who walks away with some hardware.
Thanks, fellas. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 3rd Annual CSC Awards. As producer of the show, I've had the honor of covering the student athletes of Robert Morris every week, culminating into an award show we do during the final week of shows. Today, I have 4 awards to give out, including Male and Female Athlete of the Year, Coach of the Year, and Freshman of the Year. Nominees and winners were selected by myself, my associate producer Brett McGulick, and the rest of the staff. We have a lot to get through, so let's start off with Coach of the Year. Our nominees are men's basketball's Andy Toole, men's lacrosse coach Craig McDonald, softball's Jex Fardner, and men's hockey coach Derek Schooley. And the winner is Craig McDonald. The men's lacrosse coach is on a historic run, currently setting the program record of consecutive wins with 10 in a row and already clinching first place in the NEC regular season. Next up is Freshman of the Year. In the era of college athletics we live in, recruits are vitally important to a program's success. These nominees have not only proven to be key in their team's success, but also shown to be stars in and of themselves. We'll start off with first nominee Darius Livingston, the Freshman of the Week 3 times for men's basketball. Dylan Anderson has surpassed that feat, winning Freshman of the Week 6 times for men's lacrosse. Roe Rahimi proved to be a credible outlet for goals for men's soccer, and Olivia Hare has shown that softball doesn't just have to rely on its stars to find big hitting success. And the winner is Dylan Anderson. The freshman from British Columbia has been absolutely dominant and has filled the role of David Burr perfectly, already collecting 32 goals and 12 assists in just 14 games. Now to Male Athlete of the Year. With it being 4 nominees, so many athletes were left off this list. Yet still the firepower included from these nominees is simply staggering. Starting off with last category's winner, Dylan Anderson, whose stats speak for themselves. Ryan Prather is the first men's basketball player on this list, returning to the team and leading them all the way back to Indy. Tanner Klimke proved to not only be a leader, but a positive goal scorer for men's hockey this year. And finally, the Horizon League Player of the Year, Deshaun Good, whose efficiency made you question how he was just a sophomore. And the winner is Deshaun Good. While we were all heartbroken to see Deshaun leave in the transfer portal, his numbers and awards were simply too unreal not to be recognized, and we hope to send him off to Miami with another award in Colonial colors. Now to the final category, Female Athlete of the Year. Like their male counterparts, there have been so many outstanding performances, but still, these nominees speak for themselves. First off, the new Colonial, Agalia Rudd,
who has yet to strike out this season for RMU softball. Ava Trethway led the way this season for women's soccer, scoring 9 goals this season. Courtney Pulich has broken so many records during her years here at RMU that it is almost impossible to track. And finally, Jess McKinnon was simply outstanding at center ice for women's hockey, leading the NCAA in face-off wins. And our winner is, of course, Courtney Pulich, the queen of Boone Township. Every week we talk about how good this woman is, and every week she continues to showcase why the softball team is always going to be a threat when she is in the lineup. Well, that's all I have for this edition of the awards, and a special shout out to the guys at the desk, because without them, I wouldn't have the ability to produce this show. I'll send it back over to our final winners, the winners of the best broadcasting team.
How about that? Is that us? Does he mean us?
Oh. We win, gentlemen. We win.
You know who got snubbed, though? Darius Livingston's Cam, I'll tell you that.
I don't know if I agree. That freshman
so.
on the lacrosse team, guys, 6 NEC Freshman of the Weeks in a row. I don't know how you can argue with a stat like that.
I'd say if you put Darius Livingston in the NEC instead of the Horizon League, he's going to win 6 in a row, too. He won 3 in a row.
And you take away his injury, he was a huge part of the team's success this year, even at, like we said, battle and injury. I don't know how you don't give it to him.
I think you guys are insane. If I'm being quite frank, I think you guys are insane. You know what else is insane? The plays we have coming for you guys here on Colonial Sports Center. When we come back, it's not the best plays you've ever seen. It's the best plays from our favorite players. I am so excited. Don't go anywhere here on Colonial Sports Center.
Let's see women's basketball.
Found my heart out there in the open. Trees make you feel smaller. Can't help but get lost again. If I need a break, know where I'm going. Where the water's flowing, I'd rather be floating. If it's something that can count on to be free.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
You know, guys, I'm looking at this trophy, and it actually says that we stink.
What's that about?
Josh?
I don't know if I like that. You know what I do like, guys? These top 5 plays we have, our favorite players, and I don't know if it could even count if we didn't have this man in the top 5 plays. Chris Ford goes up to slam it.
Yes,
Isn't able to do that. We're going to count as an and one. We're going to say, for the sake of this, that he definitely hit the free throw. Who cares? I loved me some Chris Ford. The heart he showed on defense was electric, guys.
Cam, number 4 here, my guy, and it's Anthony Chicken stepping back, finding Chaz Middleton in the corner of the end zone against that team nobody in Pittsburgh likes, that rival that we won't talk about. Chaz Middleton going up in the corner and just mossing that man. What a grab. What a beautiful play this number 4 is.
Look at that shoulder camera angle.
Oh, yeah. The broadcast is phenomenal. What is even more phenomenal? This dance, putting him to sleep.
Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, as well as TJ Wainwright, my favorite player. He's got knees that work in this play, and his defender's knees don't work after he drives through the hoop, lays it in, and one. He celebrates with Fulgaris. That's a Dirk and Luka moment if I've ever seen it. He's passing the torch. Fulgaris won it the next year. How about that?
On to the number 2 play from our time here. This is Sam Cologne, our GOAT. He's in quite a few classes with us. He gets an assist here on the goal. There you see, 38 right there. Nice. Woo! Good job, Sam. Zoom in on his play here. A nice little assist on the goal. No one cares about the goal, though. We care about that assist by our guy, Sam. Look at it. Nice catch. Nice catch.
That's a tough catch.
Deeks to the defender. Right back. What an assist out of our guy, Sam.
What more can you
What
ask?
a play there, Cam, but this play may be even better. Number one, the greatest returner RMU has ever seen, Kai Holloway, takes it just beyond the 40-yard line, and he might go all the way once again. And this guy, Kai Holloway, is a true student athlete, if I tell you.
Absolutely incredible. And I just want to give one shout out to a player that we were not able to find highlights of. Elena Kutsajani, you are my favorite Colonial athlete of all time. She's the all-time leader in steals for softball. She was unbelievable. She caused havoc on the base pads anytime she was on the field. She got a steal in dang near every single one of her games. I don't mean to take away from Kai Holloway right here, but I miss Kutsajani. The softball team isn't the same without her.
A perfect honorable mention to go with those top 5 plays from our favorite players.
Nate, I got to be honest, I know you had some favorite players on the football team. Seems like you hate Duquesne a little bit more than you like any of those players, though. Not a big Duquesne guy. So now we've got something that none of us have seen yet. Our producer has put together a little video, so we're going to watch along with you guys and see what we got.
Wow, it's NFL Draft Week. What a beautiful view of the city. The train was going by. Wow. But it's me. It's Casey. I'm at the Rivers Casino for the Jason Aldean concert. Cam, Nate, and Zach, congrats on graduating and on the last CSC. Sorry I couldn't be there, boys. Cam, you were my buddy on CSC. You're my partner. Good luck on the future to you. Good luck on the future to you, Zach, my partner on RMU Focus. And Nate, always arguing with you in the newsroom, talking about who you don't like on 93.7 The Fan. It's always been good times. So good luck to all of you. Congrats again. I'm out.
Hi guys, congratulations on your last show. I'm so proud of you. I can't believe it's your last one. You guys have put in so much work over the last 4 years, and I can't wait to see what you guys do in the future. Again, congratulations. Love all of you guys.
Congrats, Cam, Zach, and Nate. All that hard work has finally paid off for you guys after 4 years. It's been a privilege to get to work with you all 4 of those years, working hundreds of RMU broadcasts and CSCs together, and I get to call you guys my friends. And just wishing you all the best of luck in the future.
Cam, Nate, and Zach, congratulations on graduating on your guys' last CSC. You guys have been great friends to work with, great people to work with when it came to sports production, great roommates as well. Just wanted to wish you congratulations and best of luck on your guys' future endeavors. Love you guys.
Hey guys, congratulations to all the seniors on making it to your senior year. Colonial Sports Center, I hope you enjoy it. To all of the seniors, good luck. If you ever need anything at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. To Cam, Nate, and Zach in particular, you guys have really brought this program somewhere awesome over the last few years, and we wouldn't have been able to win back-to-back Emmys. We wouldn't be able to be on Sportsnet Pittsburgh if it wasn't for what you guys have done over the last few years. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You've made my job so easy and so much fun over the last few years, and good luck to whatever you have going next.
Dylan, that's our guy. Can't forget about Melina. That's my girlfriend. All of our buddies, Deemer, Cam, Casey. Thank you guys all so much. It's crazy, guys. We're almost out of here.
Yeah, what I love about broadcast production is just the relationships you make with people. None of this would be able to happen with any individual person. It's all a matter of everyone coming together, and I think that video displayed it perfectly. I mean, I love those guys. They love us, clearly. Yeah, I'm going to miss them, man.
Yeah, I love all of them. I got to say that. But I think Josh did a great job putting Dylan right at the end there. He tugged at the heartstrings a little bit more. He's meant so much to us over these 4 years, getting us ready to go for the professional world.
Speaking of Josh, where
was Josh?
Where's Josh? I don't think he cares about us, honestly. Josh doesn't care about us. Joey doesn't care about us. Nick doesn't care about us.
No one
cares
about us. I don't know why they can't care about us, because we're award winners. Actually, who cares about this thing, guys? We won 2 Emmys. Okay, we are awesome. Real. Okay, we might win a 3rd. So, who cares? We're out of here. Life was awesome here at Robert Morris University. These are some of my best buddies. Colonial Sports Center has been such a blast. To everyone, thank you.